9, that's 4 nines, pure 24-karat gold. Its design was based on the famous Buffalo nickel of 1913 to 38. Wildly popular with investors and collectors, the U.S. government had to stop production because of a shortage of specially made gold blanks. It's no wonder the price of that edition has gone through the roof. Now you can reserve your own tribute to the $50 gold buffalo clad in 14 milligrams of 20.
Coffee with us this morning. We will be back all day, every day. I'll be on at 5 o'clock tonight. We'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and this is New to the Street, in person back here at the NASDAQ market site in New York City. This show is all about public, private, blockchain companies, the CEOs, the founders, and the innovators, bringing you lots of opportunities to consider. Here we go. SEKUR is a secure instant messaging and email service that doesn't take your data. And with me, CEO Alon Gahi, great to have you here. We've talked on Zoom so many times. It's great to have you here in New York and at the NASDAQ. So tell me about the company. I gave a really brief explanation, but tell me what SEKUR is really all about, because it's very different than other email services.
Absolutely. So SEKUR is a brand of product to secure your communication. That means email, messaging. We're launching encrypted voice. We're launching video conferencing. And then we have a product called SEKUR Suite, which is document management, file share, and password manager. Now, what's different between us and the competition is that what we do is we're hosted in Switzerland only, and we don't use the big tech hosting platform. 99% of all the software and applications out there, even the privacy ones, are hosted by either Amazon Web Service or maybe a Microsoft Cloud or Google. We don't do that because we have a very specific reason. It's a legal reason. If you use a US infrastructure, you are compliant with the Cloud Act of 2018. Okay. So let's say you're in Switzerland, but you're hosted on AWS. You may be Swiss private, but you also have to comply with the US Cloud Act. That means that that data can be subpoenaed. So we're fully independent, and we also do not use open source coding. I know there's a lot of very passionate developer debate between open source and closed source, and I have tremendous respect for open source. But today, what's happening is that you have a lot of hackers coming in and basically hacking your devices. True, it's kind of a self-regulating system. If you're a great developer and you're a white hat guy and you're not a black hat hacker, so open source is no longer safe, pretty much.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
And we have seen, even leading up to the Russia-Ukraine conflict, attacks on the U.S. energy and banking system. I mean, there was a report in the New York Post that there's all these subtle, almost constant attacks on the U.S. financial system. I mean, what are your thoughts about that? I mean, it just seems like this is happening more and more, if it's even possible. It's happening more.
It's happening more and more, and it will get worse. And it's not going to be the infrastructure, the electrical grid. It's going to be people like you and I, regular citizen, businesses. You know, small businesses can't afford a hack, because the minute they're hacked, they lose millions of dollars of existing and potential business. So this thing will get worse. And I had a discussion last night with someone, and they told me, yes, but they only hack the infrastructure. It has nothing to do with email. But that's wrong, because 94% of hacks come from email. So they may watch your email for 6 months if you're in the government, and then through that they basically get any kind of information they can to use that intelligence to hack the network. So email security and privacy and messaging, you know, everybody uses those free applications.
Yeah.
That's important. That's how these guys siphoned your data, and then they know how to hack your network.
Right, and that's how you're different, because you're actually a paid service, but you're secure, hence the name of the company.
Yes. So the name of the company, which is Globex Data, we may actually change it to Secure Data down the road. The Secure SEKUR is a product. We are different because we have our own independent platform. We don't rely on third-party big tech. We have our own technology and encryption, and the way we do it is that the whole communication never leaves our servers. Without getting too technical out there, that's a huge difference. We also, most importantly, we don't data mine. We really are the king of privacy, because I think there's always going to be a good security out there. Somebody may come up with better security than us, but at the end of the day, you are data mined non-stop. So privacy is our prime directive, and of course security as well. And that's the big difference. When you buy secure regular email for $7 a month, we just launched, or the secure combo, which has an email and messenger, you know as a fact that you're never going to be data mined. And that's a big thing. People are just tired of having their life, you know, all over the place,
yeah,
and being hacked after that.
Right. Now, going back to the Russia-Ukraine situation, Switzerland actually got involved in that, which was unusual. So explain what the Swiss government did, and how does that affect people who might have accounts in Switzerland?
I'm not very happy about that, obviously, but Switzerland got a lot of heat after World War II for hiding the Nazi money and things like that. So the Swiss financial laws, the banking secrecy laws, have been changed completely since 2018 at the request of the US, which basically pushed about 100 countries on the OECD to have automatic exchange of information. So let's say you have an account in Switzerland and you're a US citizen. The bank is going to get your tax ID and basically give it to the US IRS if they want to, and vice versa. I'm a Swiss citizen. I have an account in the US and Canada and Switzerland. These other countries tell Switzerland Alain has an account in TD Bank or whatever. And that's normal. But that's very different than the data privacy laws, which are part of our Constitution. The privacy of the individual and a moral person, which is a corporation, we call it, a physical and a moral person, is enshrined in the Constitution. And to change that, you need a complete referendum. Because the legal system in Switzerland is not some people in Congress that can change something at midnight and suddenly on Monday the law is new. You need to go through a whole referendum. The entire population is aware well ahead of time, and they vote. Nobody in Switzerland is going to vote to give away their privacy. So that will never, never change. So back to the Ukraine and the Russian oligarch, etc. I think it's part of the financial regulations that are global now. I mean, the European Union is trying to blackball Switzerland because it's a tax haven. So there's a lot of pressure in Switzerland to kind of behave a little bit better, so to speak.
Okay. Interesting perspective, actually, like one that we don't always hear. So thank you so much, Alain.
With pleasure. Thank you, Jane.
Glint has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glint's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glintpay.com or download Glint from your favorite app store.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue-cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUYNOW and save an additional 15%.
Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
Zebic is a startup that aims to transform the way that money is moved on the blockchain. And with me is Simon Babakani and also Sam Tapalia, who are founders of Zebec. So congratulations. You had a token sale today, which is kind of like an IPO in the crypto world. So it's a big deal. You guys did very well. Coinbase was an investor, Solana. I mean, tell me about that whole process and how the token sale went. Do you want to start, Sam? Go for it.
So we started Zebec like 6 months ago. We have a great set of investors. We did a couple of rounds of fundraising, and our whole idea for token sale was it's not a traditional form of liquidity event that people think of IPO. We think of this as a community generation event where we are able to empower our community, and the people who are using this platform or supporting this platform has some form of ownership in terms of the governance of the protocol, what happens to it, right? How the fees are structured. And that's, we did around $7 million in token sale across various different platforms. And we were very fortunate to have quite a lot of enthusiastic people who are interested in being part of the future of Zebec.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. What does Zebec do that would make all these big investors so interested in the company? You go, Simon.
So Zebec is a continuous streaming platform for payments. Mm-hmm. The problem that we're trying to solve is the biweekly, monthly payroll problem, where employers and payroll companies essentially take custody of workers' hard-earned wages for a period of weeks, and we're bringing that power back to the workers and letting them receive funds in real time for their work and reinvest and do whatever they want with the funds from their wallets.
Interesting. So, because I saw on your website you can get paid by the second, and I thought, and maybe I sound like an old fogey, why do I want to get paid by the second? Like, what is the advantage to that?
Yeah, I think the basic answer of that is time value of money, right? That's like the core thesis of the entire financial world. Someone who is getting paid in biweekly or monthly basis, and you compare that to someone who's getting paid in real time, imagine the yield that you are getting on this real-time basis compared to someone who's getting yield every 2 weeks or once a month, right? If you look over 1 year, 2 year, or if you start looking over the 40-year career of any average working person, the value will be huge difference. And so that's basically what we're doing. And this is going to be really powerful because now once things start to move seamlessly over chains and over wallets, you can start to create very, very complicated, but in the same time very exotic products. Things like yield by second, credit by seconds. Let's say you work here and they pay you $1 million a month, and instead of receiving $500,000 every 2 weeks, you're getting paid in real time. And once we know that you're getting paid every single second and you're getting paid $1 million a month, we can somehow be able to, at some point, be able to give you uncollateralized loans for up to millions of dollars.
I see.
And these are like very interesting products. Which is the basis of our product.
Right. So, but then an employer likes to hold on to that money because they probably get a little extra interest on it before they pay you. What would be their incentive to transfer?
Well, I say think about the job market right now. How hard is it to retain employees, to attract employees? Now imagine if you're a traditional employer and you're paying someone every month for their work, and a competitor of yours now says that they're going to pay everyone by the second in real time. Where do you think talent is going to flow?
Well, and the employees will be the one that will put the pressure on that we want to get paid this way. So you think that's where it's going to come? Companies are going to have to transfer.
They'll have to listen to the demands of the workers.
Okay, interesting. So now what? What's next for Zebic? Now that you've had this successful token raise, what do you do?
Yeah, I think the next 6 months is going to be for us to heads down, build the product and build the community. Right? There are a few interesting products that we have lined up that we're going to be releasing in the next 3 to 6 months time period, right? And in the same time, we will be focusing really hard on getting our community excited. Either that is for developers to build interesting apps on top of it, or for businesses to implement our product, right? Either that is on an enterprise level or on a much more smaller level as well. And those two are going to be our core tenant.
Yeah. And how did you come up with the idea for this?
Yeah, so I think the interesting thing is I'm from Nepal, right? And in Nepal, you're not paid once every week or once every 2 weeks. You're actually paid once a month, right? And I've always thought about that when I was young. Is why you work for 30 days and someone pays you day 31 and no one can really explain you why. Wouldn't be great to be paid in real time.
Yeah.
And that problem, once I came to the States, and this problem started going everywhere because here the payday lending and all this predatory lending practices are much more complicated than in Nepal. And I started to look into deeper and realized it's impossible to do this in traditional rails because you cannot be ACHing someone by second. You cannot be doing credit card swipes by second, right? The 2.9% plus 30 cents fees are expensive.
Yeah.
So you realize that we can only do this on top of blockchain. And so that's what we are doing, right? We realize that to be able to transfer the values over blockchain in a continuous manner, that will open the various different aspects of financial freedom and various different aspects of economy, right? So that's why we ended up to develop Zebec, the continuous settlement protocol.
It's very interesting. I worked for a company once where I was paid once a month, and I was always balancing out, making sure I didn't run out of money because it's kind of a long time between paychecks. So very exciting to kind of watch this and see. And congratulations on your really great token sale. It's pretty amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUYNOW and save an additional 15%.
Glent has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glent's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glentpay.com or download Glent from your favorite app store.
Keeping your four-legged friends healthy can certainly be a challenge, especially with painful joint diseases like osteoarthritis. If you see a change in your animal's mobility, contact your veterinarian and don't wait. Today, veterinarians have a new tool against joint disease. Introducing Spring with OsteoCushion technology. The natural-derived product has the ability to help your animal move more freely. Put the spring back in their lives for a longer, happier life.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Clones in-house can severely drain both quality and costs for cannabis and hemp businesses. PharmaGreen Biotech is the key to growing high-quality plantlets. PharmaGreen services includes premium tissue cultured starter plantlets and live preservation of any plant species. Grow into the future of optimized plant growth with PharmaGreen. See our update at update.pharmagreen.ca.
We've been hearing a lot about the metaverse lately and how that will play a role in how we work and how we live in the future. Now, Epazz is a company that provides solutions for businesses that want to engage with the metaverse, and they also have a new technology we're going to talk about today as well. So with me is Mike Manahan, the Director of Communications for Epazz. And
yes.
So let's just start off with the news. So you have a drone, and it was unveiled in Abu Dhabi.
Yes,
right?
well, we've been working on drone technology for some time.
Okay, I don't think we've ever talked about that.
Well, and obviously drones are not new.
Right.
I mean, kids play with them in the yard. But the drone industry has not yet really been embraced by business. So the challenge for Epazz, because we're a developer of business solutions and business software, and what we're doing at Epazz is we're trying to take modern day technology and marry it with business problems and come up with business solutions. So one of the things we have developed, it's our Zenadrone 1000. We kind of showcased it at this conference in Abu Dhabi. It's the UMEX conference, which is a huge conference for unmanned vehicles, and it is really just amazing technology.
So how does it work? What can you do with it?
Well, one of our first applications is in the field of agriculture. So you know what happens if you're growing crops is you got to go out and inspect them. So the guy gets in his Jeep or on his motorcycle or whatever he does, or sometimes even helicopters, to view what's going on in the fields. Our drone goes over and does that. And we use machine learning to teach basically our software to interpret what the drone is seeing so that the person who's in charge of the crop can determine, do I need more water? Do I need more fertilizer? In some cases, you have issues with too many male plants or too many female plants. They're not getting pollinated properly. And it used to be somebody had to go in the field and check all of this stuff. Now it's all being checked. So if you've got a large farm with hundreds of acres, this is all being done with technology now, and our drone does that.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know if you noticed, I grew up on a farm in Indiana.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I know like a farmer would just apply the pesticide or whatever without looking, but this would allow them to, the farmer could save costs, only applying when needed, and that would be good for the environment as well, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. And with our technology, and this might be a stretch, but I'm pretty sure we could do this. We could actually localize it because you might have a pest infestation. It's not on your entire farm. It's located on 1/4 of an acre, and that's the spot you need to hit. Well, the drone can identify that. Before the drone and our technology, and again, it's not just the drone, it's the fact that we've married it with a software program that can interpret what the drone is filming.
It's kind of like machine learning to be able to do that. And also power line industry. The drone can work with that as well, like utilities?
We see a huge opportunity there because right now, you've got those big towers with the wires running between them. Typically how they're repairing those is literally they get a helicopter and they get a technician. He's hanging out of the helicopter with a chain around him and trying to work on the thing. We have married our drone technology with our metaverse technology, which is basically virtual reality. So the drone can go up there. It's looking at the problem on the power line. The technician is using basically the metaverse virtual reality goggles to be able to see what's going on. And with certain kind of technical adaptations, we can even put some robotics on the drone to actually perform some of the operations.
That's something.
Yeah, and our drone is a heck of a lot less than a helicopter is.
Right, right, and much safer.
And much safer, right, because you don't have some guy hanging out of the helicopter.
All right, so let's just talk about EPAZ in general, because you offer a lot of business solutions. Can you give me a wrap-up of what all you're doing?
Well, we just, we continue to work on the products that we're working on. One of the ones that we're really excited about is the metaverse kind of virtual office, where, right now, if you're going to have a meeting and you're not going to do it in the office, people use Zoom. Well, Zoom is it's better than the telephone because you can at least see people, but you really can't touch and share. It's difficult to do it. But what we're going to do with our augmented reality, it will be just like you were sitting in the room. You'll kind of have your own avatar, just like in the movie Avatar, with you wearing special glasses. And if there's products you need to look at, if you need to touch things, you'll literally be able to do that through a virtual environment. Now, that is under development right now. It's coming, and we're really excited about launching that product at some time in the not too distant future.
All right. Well, I hope you'll come back and tell us about it when you're ready to launch.
I'm coming back when it's warmer in New York.
Thanks. It'll get there, I promise. Thanks so much, Mike, for coming.
Okay, thanks, Jane.
The workplace has changed. Companies now depend on video conferencing to meet with customers and to collaborate with remote workers. Yet this change has brought about significant new cyber risks. Hackers are now stealing personal, medical, government, and corporate data during these video conferences. The problem is existing video conferencing systems were not designed and built by a cybersecurity company until now. Safe vChat, the industry's most secure video conferencing and collaboration platform. Secure your sensitive data with Safe vChat. Visit safevchat.com today. Use coupon code BUY NOW and save an additional 15%.
Global Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
Glent has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glent's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glentpay.com or download Glent from your favorite app store.
Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
Golden Triangle Ventures is a multifaceted company that owns and operates businesses in a lot of different industries like CBD and entertainment and food and beverage and health and technology. With me is the CEO, Stefan Dalsgaard, to talk about where the company is now. And I know you just kind of had a major financial restatement. So tell me, what was behind that? What did that tell you?
Sure. Thanks for having me, Jane. Our company went through a massive restatement. We restated about 11 financial disclosures. And reason why is because we want to be an auditable company. An audited company, we want to graduate to the NASDAQ or the New York. So we completed one of the biggest jobs of my entire life. Yesterday, we filed all restatements.
I can only imagine. I mean, I know the paperwork involved with these things is tremendous. So, and you had 11 different divisions, right, to do financial.
Well, there was 11 statements total, and they're about 40 to 50 pages each. I probably read them 100 times, and they're all out. So now we're going to move forward with Malone & Bailey. We're going to get the company audited. Okay. And I believe between now and the time we're audited, we're going to see a lot of different things transpire within our company that'll hopefully get us eligible to become a listed security on a senior exchange. Okay. So to bring me up to date on the company, I mean, I kind of gave a brief description, but tell us what all you're doing right now. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, we have a business in entertainment. We just threw a major music festival on New Year's Eve. We own a CBD business as well. We ship pharmaceutical grade CBD. We've shipped to 22 different countries. We own a food and beverage business. We have a wine business. We're working on possibly building the most epic music venue in the world. We're working on a lot of exciting projects. We have a generator technology that we're working on a massive implementation that can save commercial real estate buildings a significant amount of money on their power bills. We have a lot of exciting operations. We're in the process of acquiring a CBD business as well, a full CBD product line, CBD skincare, tinctures, health and wellness pills. So we have a lot of exciting things that we're working to talk about very soon. Okay. Over the past 6 months, we've been restating our financials. So it's submerged most of my time, most of my team's time, really getting our back end structure of the company really firmed up. Now that that's complete, I'd say we were in a quiet period, and our company, Golden Triangle, GTVH, we're getting ready to really start to tell everything about what we've been doing and really show the world who we are. We continue to keep doing everything we can to win and just do what we say. And I'll tell you, this last restatement was one of the most difficult jobs of my life. And now that that's done, I'm very excited to show the world everything that this company has inside of it. And I really believe that when the world understands who we are and what we're building, they're going to understand why this little 1.5 cent stock is something I believe is really I believe it's going to be a huge road ahead for us. So when I hear you describe all these businesses, I think diversified. Yes. I mean, you're in all these different fields and you're protected if there is, a downturn in, entertainment. I mean, if we have another pandemic, God forbid, I mean, you've got other things that can keep income coming in if that part has to be closed. So. Yes. And it's funny, they all tie together and no one fully understands how they tie together yet. But every piece of the puzzle that we bring together works synergistically with other divisions and other things within. Okay. So we built this entire business with a pretty much a massive plan to build a better world. Mm-hmm. That's my dream, and to really empower people and to really make this planet a lot better through health, entertainment, and technology. Yeah, and I believe that all the projects within tie together. And once the whole world sees this whole puzzle, I think it's going to be very clear how they all work together. Okay. And really the first step to that was getting all these financials, like getting that financial stuff done. I mean, probably taught you some things about the businesses too, maybe. That's for sure. Yeah. It was a job I never expected. I knew we needed to be an audited company to be an SEC filer, to be a NASDAQ security. And I knew this was one of my personal goals is to ring the bell on the NASDAQ and come see you down there as well, and really make that leap to the next level in our company. So that's my goal, and having this restatement done allows us to be an auditable company, so we're able to move forward with Malone & Bailey and get the company audited. Okay. So I'm very excited. We're done. It was a huge job, and now we're moving forward.
Okay, so now that that is done, I mean, you mentioned a public listing at some point. What are your short and long-term goals?
Well, I'd say short term is we have a lot of acquisitions that we've been working towards, a lot of partnerships we've been working towards that are, I would say, either firmed up or about to be firmed up. So some of the short term goals is to start disclosing a lot of the different business within the company to the world. So we've been quiet for 6 months. So now it's really time to provide a lot of transparency about the business. So that's one of the short-term things I'm going to work on is really start to tell everybody about what we've been doing, because we've been very quiet for the past 6 months. Mm-hmm. Long-term goals is obviously to be a listed security on a senior exchange, complete our audits, and really bring the whole picture of this company together so the world understands what we're building. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, that'll be great to see at the NASDAQ and kind of hear about kind of the 30,000-foot view of what your vision is.
I can't wait to show you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, looking forward to it. So hopefully maybe this summer sometime.
I look forward to it as well. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Stefan. Congratulations on getting all that tedious work done, and hopefully this kind of propels you to the next stage.
I appreciate it, Jane. I look forward to doing this again, and we'll be talking soon.
All right, bye.
Thank you.
Glent has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glent's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glentpay.com or download Glent from your favorite app store.
Diversified Marketing Group, a consumer packaged goods company. Discover our world-class brands at 360worldsnacks.com and easylive.com.
Sibannac is a next-generation wellness company with some new products focusing on immunity as well as sleep, two of the key issues in our society right now. With me is the CEO, David Mirsky, to talk about these new products. And you were talking about something, you have the Campus Co platform. Explain what that is.
Yeah, so we're really fortunate when we brought on Eric Stoll, who is our Chief Marketing Officer, and brought in his company, Lifetime Branding. And Eric, has catered to and continues to cater to Fortune 100 companies, including Coca-Cola and some major brands. We created a platform where we could develop brands, develop products, and then bring those products to market. And the platform to this point has been working unbelievably well. And we have brought in some phenomenal new relationships that I think we'll be talking about shortly here. But the platform is really a place where brands can come and innovate. And it's a center to bring everything together that a brand might need to go from product development to market.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, and we talked about sleep. Let's start there. I work early morning, so sleep is a very important.
Absolutely. And people don't realize, in healthcare today, everything really starts and stops with rest and sleep. That really sets the body's ability to be able to handle all of the hardships and the daily grind. What we've been fortunate enough, we've announced a letter of intent with a unbelievable new company called Somo, which has developed a patent-pending sleep mask, which is prototypes are in production now, and we've been testing for a while. And essentially, the mask has a pressure point, which is the patented component of it that applies pressure to sort of like right between in the forehead, called the yin tang point, and that helps to produce rest, which leads to peaceful sleep. The sleep market is $430 billion worldwide and almost $15 billion in the US and growing at a staggering pace. So the company is really looking hard into continuing to develop that area out with these new products. And in that, we've got the mask, and we're also innovating a sleep and ingestible product that will essentially promote relaxation and into a peaceful night's rest.
Oh, no, I think sleep is a big problem. I think, a lot of people I know have trouble sleeping well on a regular basis. So, and immunity. So another big issue. What are you working on there?
Yeah, immunity is great. We have a licensing agreement with one-of-a-kind product in copper, which isn't really known to many people. This one is copper niacin, really colloquially called copper 1. And it's shown really, really great early results in helping to promote general immunity in the body to stave off all of the infections and things we've been dealing with, obviously, in the pandemic over the last couple of years. And that is going into trials at the same time now. And we're starting to do some experimentation with that to develop either supplement or drug products to bring to market. The developer of our copper product is pursuing a new drug with the FDA, and we're following very closely on that to bring consumer products to market. In addition to that, the company has a licensing agreement now to market a new vaccine that is in development that's currently about to go into mouse trials, and we're negotiating with that company to be heavily involved in that. And that is a vaccine that will also promote immunity that's based on lettuce. Very cutting edge stuff, and that's what we're doing here at Sibannac.
Well, I'm excited for you. I look forward to updates, David, as the year goes on.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
SEKUR, the true solution for your digital privacy and security. SEKUR is a private and secure messaging and email solution hosted in Switzerland, using proprietary military-grade encryption and Swiss privacy laws, giving you true privacy. SEKUR doesn't collect or sell your data and doesn't require your phone number or any personal data that hackers target. You can message and email non-secure users privately without the need for others to download SEKUR. Visit SEKUR.com. Regain and protect your privacy today.
SEKUR is a secure messaging and also email service with some new products coming for businesses as well. With me is CEO Alon Gahi to explain SEKUR, your new products, what problems you're solving, which are huge problems. So let's just talk about, give me an overall view of SEKUR and what your company is doing.
Sure. Thank you, Jane, and hello to anybody who's watching us. Being on the New York Stock Exchange, the bastion of capitalism, so I'm pretty happy to be here. So SEKUR, spelled S-E-K-U-R, is essentially a suite of communication solutions, secure and private communication, and also a private kind of a virtual vault, data management, file share, password manager. So we have SEKUR Suite, which is more of an enterprise rated type software for, it's like a password manager. It's got file share, file backup, etc., like a backup in a cloud. And then we have SEKUR, which is essentially an email, a messenger, and we're launching encrypted video and encrypted voice communication as well. We have several packages right now, and we just launched SEKUR Mail Only, and we also just launched the SEKUR Business packages.
Now, how are you able to provide these services securely as opposed to what's currently on the market?
Sure. So what we do first is we provide you with privacy. We're pretty much the leader in privacy. We do have an extremely secure system as well. The big thing is that we have our own infrastructure, so we don't host our solution in third-party like hosting, like big tech. You have the big 3-4 cloud companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google. We have our own. So that gives you more security and definitely more privacy. Also, we host everything only in Switzerland. So, you know, we're not compliant with the Cloud Act, which dictates that even if you're in Switzerland and you use a US infrastructure, that data can be subpoenaed and, of course, data mined. We never data mine you. Our encryption is such that when you're in our database, each individual user is segregated. That takes a tremendous amount of processing power. We call it our virtual vaults technology. And when you send an email or a message to someone within or outside of your organization, we use what we call the Helix tunneling system. So, Jane, let's say you want to email or message someone who is not part of your company and they don't have SEKUR. They get a notification, whether it's a text or an email, to click and communicate with you, read your email, and SEKUR reply right back. And the best part is that they don't have to register to SEKUR as long as the sender has it. So that's a huge thing for businesses because you got finance, laws, medical organization, I mean, just anyone communicates outside, right? And that's where all the emails get hacked.
Right. Well, and there's all kinds of personal and business information on emails that you don't necessarily want people to see, so.
No, and you don't think about it, but businesses use, I mean, 94% of all hack come from email at the source. Whether they hack the infrastructure later is because they read a ton of email to figure out how to get to that network. So we are unique in a way that we have our own infrastructure. We don't do open source coding. And I know a lot of people say, well, open source is better because developers have that oversight. They like that collaboration. And it was great 10, 20 years ago. But today, you also have the hackers that come in. And therefore, it's like basically opening your wallet to them or your secret sauce or your secret formulas, and they can come in. Sure, they can configure and improve, but they can also hack you. Because once you know the code, you can do anything to it. You can enter. So we don't do open source at all, never have, never will. We have our own proprietary tech. We don't integrate with other APIs, other integration. We are like our own little Fort Knox, but Swiss version, of course. So that's the thing. If you integrate with so many software, and when they have a flaw, it basically goes back to you, and it creates a crack. You know, every time you have a connection, it's a weak spot. Even in structure, it's better to have one solid line as opposed to a line with a bunch of little connection that you're weak and you can crack into.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alain, for coming, explaining SEKUR.
Thanks, Jane. Happy to be here.
Glent has developed proprietary technology that enables everyone to buy gold. Gold that's stored in Brink's vaults, insured by Lloyd's of London. With Glent's app and debit card, peace of mind is just a few taps away. It's easy to protect your hard-earned savings, and there are no minimums, hidden fees, or financial advisors required. To learn how to safeguard your future, go to glentpay.com or download Glent from your favorite app store.
SFIO is a company in a lot of different industries. Coffee with the Epiphany Cafe, also technology, and they're going to be talking about a new industry today. So with me, the COO, Mark Epifano, to talk about this. So Mark, just give me like an overall view of the company. What are your core divisions?
Yeah, going back to your question, we have three divisions of SFIO. So we have number one, of course, F&B, which I think Jets mentioned before, which we are going to launch, of course, with Epiphany brand. And then the second one would be our real estate, which I'm going to mention, later on, the flagship brand for that. And the third one is, of course, with you've mentioned before, Richard Prodigalidad, the LNS Plus.
Yeah, and SFIO is launching a new brand to lead your efforts in real estate. So can you share some details about that?
Yep, that's absolutely right, Jane. And we are very excited to be sharing the news, actually for the very first time here with you. Over the past few months, we've announced a number of real estate development projects, largely waterside developments in the Philippines. These are located in top global tourist spots like Palawan and Batangas in the Philippines. What we envision for these projects is a unification of purposeful technologies championing wellness that, intersects innovation and community health, became the blueprint for what is now Moraya. What we've envisioned to be the leading real estate developer in tech-driven wellness-oriented townships. These are going to be wholly unique offerings in the global market. We're utilizing health data systems, the latest in wellness design to create communities in proactive care built in. So communities where your children, your parents, your friends and co-workers can live healthier lives. Well, sounds like cliche, but it's true. We're also targeting a number of markets with these communities, primarily the health tourism industry. It's a fast-growing industry, I believe. In the next, around 2027, it's going to be $105 billion US dollar industry. So, and in saying that, in Southeast Asia, the leaders in this space have historically been three of them. We have Thailand, Singapore, and Malaysia. Well, some challenges have been holding back the Philippines as a viable player here as a global company. But with SFIO, it's uniquely positioned to build the right systems and facilities, as well as funnel the necessary demand from foreign markets to make Moraya communities real contenders in this space.
Okay, it makes sense to bring all your brands together into one. So thank you so much, Mark, for updating us.
That's an ecosystem, Jane.
Yeah,
yes,
and
thank
you for sharing your news of Moraya with New to the Street.
Is New to the Street, your weekly hack, the secure segment with Elaine Guy. Elaine's with Globex Data, the leader in Swiss-hosted private and secure communications and data management. Welcome, Elaine.
Thank you, Anna. Happy to be here.
All right, the cyber attackers are back at it again, back at Microsoft. And Microsoft seems like a great global company, but if you want your mail secure, you're going to need secure mail. So tell us a little bit about Secure, and you just launched a new feature.
Yes, so we launched our new business packages. If you go to secure.com, SEKUR.com, you'll see an option for individuals and businesses. Businesses are now allowed to have their email domain with them. We also launched Secure Mail on its own. We used to have Secure, which is a combo of email and messaging, and then Secure Messenger, which was the messenger alone. Now we have Secure Mail as well for $7 a month for 100 gig of storage, and for businesses it's $10 a month per user. But if you're the same user and you want different emails, the followings are $7 a month. And the idea is that as a business, you want to migrate your existing email from your big tech provider to us for more privacy and security, obviously, and also you want to keep your company name, because if you have a business, you don't want to switch to adsecure.com. We give you that choice when you sign up for business. And the reason why we discuss this right now, obviously, some of you may have read that Microsoft Outlook logins, so that's basically the email service of Microsoft, are being used through a malware on DocuSign. So people who use DocuSign, essentially there's a malware in there that gives away the login of that user on Outlook. You know, Microsoft is an amazing company. I love their product. I use the Word and the Excel all day long, but we personally do not use the email service. You know, nothing wrong with that. But, you know, this article just shows it to you. It was basically cyber attackers leveraged DocuSign to steal Microsoft Outlook logins. You see a lot of these headlines, and, you know, essentially Microsoft is so big, so gigantic, and integrated with everything. It's not like they do it on purpose, but there's so many people working on these systems that essentially it weakens the whole system. If you integrate with so many products, there's going to be flaws. Plus, when you have so many developers that know how to develop for Microsoft, they also know the flaws. So in the good developers, you also have hackers that come in and pose as great developers. I mean, are you going to control how many thousands of people develop for your company? You can't. So we recommend people to definitely buy Office 365 because it's a super product for the productivity tool. For the email, we recommend you go straight to Secure Mail. We have a great webmail system. You can configure your email through an IMAP setting. Most businesses would know what that is, individuals too. So you can set up on your computer or on your phone like I do. We're also launching the Secure Mail application, which is in beta mode right now. We hope to have a first commercial version at mid-April, and that way, when you're on your phone or your desktop and you don't want to go on webmail, but you still want to use the Secure Send feature, which is an amazing feature that lets you send an email to an outsider outside of your organization, and they can click and connect on the Swiss server and reply back using Secure Reply. All of that without having the email all over the net. That's where phishing comes in, you know, manipulating emails comes in, etc. You know, we have that now in an app coming up in about 6 weeks. I think that's going to be a big game changer because it's hard for people to configure things on the phone sometimes. So, and they don't want to use webmail every time to use Secure Send. So we're pretty excited. Again, check out our business packages. If you're a small business and you want to have privacy and security and the advantage of our Secure Mail feature, Secure Send, you want to pay your $10 a month, 100 gig, which is a lot of storage, and do that. And at least, and you know, you can configure using Outlook, you can, but we don't recommend that because the minute that you configure your secure email on Outlook, you're not giving Microsoft your logins, right? And then other people can come in through other software. We all use DocuSign, right? So the system is flawed because the more integration you have, the more weakness you're going to develop, and the more malware and the more hackers will get in. Unfortunately,
yeah, the more vulnerable. Mm-hmm.
More vulnerable, yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit to recap this. It is all upfront fees, which is very important. You don't sell the data out there, and the Swiss promise, the hosted, private, and secure, and how easy it is for people to join and sign up.
Absolutely. So you pay upfront, monthly or yearly. If you do a monthly upfront, you can cancel anytime, you know, and you pay your pro rata, and the next month is gone. You pay yearly, you save 2 months. We never data mine you. We have a virtual vault storage technology that segregates each user from another, as opposed to having a lot of users in a big database. In an unlikely event of a hack, we have never been hacked in our history so far. So, you know, even if it can't get into your data, we cannot read your stuff either. So we don't data mine you. We're stored only in Switzerland. We do not use big tech or third-party hosting platforms. That's critical because with that, we don't have to comply with the Cloud Act as well, which subpoenas your data to the US for whatever reason. You may be sued or something, and somebody else can have your data without your knowledge. You don't have that with us. The danger is gone. You have the secure module feature. That's great. Yeah, and no data mining, because that's just our policy. And also we follow strict Swiss data privacy laws.
Well, it seems that 2022 is going to be the year for you, because these issues are only going to get worse, and you have solutions for all of us. So thank you so much for joining us again on New to the Street, Elaine.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
the former president of the United States.
And, you know,